Sometimes bad things happen to good people. So how do you rise above challenging life circumstances and past trauma to take control of your mental health? Before we meet our first guest, let's go back a bit. It was 1992. The name was Buttafuoco. The story was everywhere.
My name is Jessie. My last name is Buttafuoco.
It was a love triangle that made headlines around the world.
Fisher, a high school senior, was having an affair with Mary Jo's husband, Joe Buttafuoco.
Shot and wounded Buttafuoco's wife.
My parents are Mary Jo and Joey Buttafuoco. Growing up, my dad was this larger-than-life, fun, charismatic, talented, super cool dad. And my mom was just the most caring, loving, amazing, attentive mom ever. My life appeared to be perfect. Fast forward to May 19th, 1992, my life changed forever. A deranged teenager named Amy Fisher was having an affair with my father. A little bit before noon, Amy Fisher came to the front door of my house, rang the doorbell. My mom answered. They had a few-minute altercation, and then Amy pulled out a gun from her pocket, pointed it right at her head, and then shot her in the face. That was the end of my childhood. My life became a reality show. TV show appearances, headlines, tabloids, SWAT team raids, insanity. My family would try to go out to dinner and someone starts barking. Driving in a convertible with my dad and the car next to us says, "Oh, you still like them young, huh, Joey?" Or I'm actually in Saturday Night Live audience because Madonna was going to be the musical guest, and then all of a sudden she holds up a picture of my dad and says, "Fight the enemy." I'm 10 feet away from her. The whole world hated my family. So by the time I got towards high school, I drank at a party. I loved it, yes, because it took me out of that insanity. In my 20s, I'm doing lines of cocaine, I'm smoking all the weed, I'm abusing my ADHD medication, and drinking all the drinks. I wanted to have fun, I wanted to party. My life was absolute until my early 30s, when I literally had a mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual breakdown. I didn't think there was anything left for me on this planet, and I just lost all hope for myself, my future, and was ready to die.
And Jessie Buttafuoco joins us via Zoom. Welcome.
Thank you for having me. Hello, gentlemen. Well, that was a nice little blast from the past, wasn't it?
That really was a blast from the past. So let's dig right in. Jessie, what was it like to grow up with such famous and infamous parents with the last name Buttafuoco?
Well, I mean, to say the very least, it was challenging. It was extremely overwhelming. The name recognition alone, Buttafuoco is a pretty recognizable name. It's not like I can get away with blending in the crowd because my last name is Smith or Jones. So it was inescapable. It started for me at 9 years old, and it's all I've ever known for the past 28 years.
Jessie, you used such a powerful word. I have to say it again, inescapable. You said inescapable, and I think that really sums it up, right? But how did all of this infamy that you were dealing with, how did it affect your day-to-day life?
Well, because it was so inescapable, it ruled every aspect of my development. Mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, and although I tried personally my hardest to overcome and succeed and prove everyone wrong that I'm not like my dad and that, I'm this great person, eventually, it really took its toll on every aspect of my life.
Do you blame your dad?
You know what? I could blame a lot of people in this situation. I could blame my dad. I could blame Amy. I can blame the New York Police Department for the lack of justice. I can blame society as a whole for turning my name into what it was. But I've found that, placing blame doesn't do anything but ignite and fuel those feelings of anger and sadness and vengefulness and just all those swirling negative feelings that, blaming people doesn't necessarily help, if that makes any sense. I'm still left with all of those feelings.